Hello guys, welcome to another one of my tips. This time I wanted to go back to the mmap scripting engine or NSE, which I barely analyzed on a previous post, but really in a very quick way. What I want to point out here is that mmap through NSE can be used other than for port scanning, like everybody knows, also for vulnerability scanning. In fact, mmap contains a series of scripts that can be retrieved at this location here. By the way, you can add your own scripts. Some of these, like I said another time, are really recommended in any situation because they can take down a system. You see, some of them require brute force and can cause a denial of service. Now, in order to see information and the description of a specific module, you only have to use this syntax here. Now, I'm going to use this specific module, and you see that it gives us more information on the system, comparing the detected service on a port against the expected service for that port number. In other words, it detects the so-called security through obscurity, which is when you redirect a certain service or protocol that should be expected on a certain port on a non-standard port. For example, you redirect SSH that should be expected on port 22 TCP on a dynamic port, say something like port 40,000, for example. This gives us more information about the specific system configuration of a system. Now, in order to run this specific tool, I already have the command here because I already ran it. I tested it before starting shooting this video. I have here two different systems. On the left I have a Kali Linux rolling version 1 2017. I don't use the latest version here because I have a specific network configuration, and so that saved me a lot of time as I had already implemented it before. On the right I have a vulnerable machine, Metasploitable 2, which is on the same subnet as the Kali Linux machine here, so they can communicate. In fact, I assigned both of them, like I did another time, a static IP address. This is assigned 172.16.137.2 and for the Metasploitable, and .1 for Kali. Alright, so what I'm going to do is running this command here. Now, the syntax for the script is script equal the script you want to run and the IP address on the machine against which you want to run the script. Now, the specific script depends on service versioning, so I had to add SV here for it to work. So let's run the script. First I want to clear the screen here because alright. It's a real mess. Okay, so we can notice something interesting here. For example, now we know reverse DNS is disabled. We have more information about the service running on the machine. Then you start seeing messages like this. So, which means this is so-called security through obscurity. So this service wasn't supposed to be running on this port. The same for this. The same for this. Of course, nobody wants FTP to be running on port 21 because that's a well-known port, and you see that the system was configured to redirect that to a dynamic port, so it's harder to detect, but now we know there's an FTP server running. So that allows us to assess possible vulnerability of a system, but as a pen testing point of view, that gives us much more information than a simple port scanning on what specific ports are open and what services are running, because with the normal mmap scan we would have missed that, because we probably couldn't detect that FTP was running on the port. So that's a really short example just to show you a little bit more of what you can do in NSE, because the last time my tutorial was probably too brief and quick. I had to leave out a bunch of stuff. The problem is a very advanced topic, so I didn't want to scare you. But like I said, I warmly recommend you to go to the directory where you can find the scripts, which is, by the way, this one, which is user/share/mmap/scripts. And by the way, you can create your own scripts. So for example, let's see how an mmap script looks like. Let's use that example. I like to use VI, honestly. So if we go to you see the way it's written. These scripts are written using the Lua programming language, so you can have an idea what the syntax looks like. So I'm hoping this is a little more informative for you guys, and that gives you much better insight on mmap scripting engine, or NSE to be shorter. Okay, that's all I had to say for today, so have a good one, guys. Keep rolling. Bye bye.